so excited about our very first 3 convention. This has been so life-changing. It's unbelievable. You need to be here.
Today we're at our first Power of 3 event here in Anaheim, California, and I am super charged up to help people to change their lives with health, wealth, and better spirituality.
I love 3 so much because it's changed my family's health. It's changed my health to the better. I was always healthy, but now I feel even better than before. And what I love even more than all of that is our community. We all work as a team. We help one another grow. And so it's just a win-win all around.
This has been the most powerful, the most uplifting, the most spiritually releasing event that I've ever been to in my entire life. Why? Because you are surrounded by people that are dreaming big and wanting big and are so consistently serving other people that it's making a drastic impact on this world.
This has been a life-changing opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. It's already been so much fun, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the weekend holds. Go 3!
Come 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're going to know the name 3 and you're going to wish you were here.
I love 3 because I love the community and being able to do this with my friends has been so amazing. Even my family as well, people that I don't even know, just bringing us together has been so awesome.
We're leading this business with love because these products are life-changing, and that's what we're offering to people, a business opportunity and a chance to change their life for the better.
One thing that's really amazing about 3 is being able to connect with people you may not think that you'd ever run into again, and build a team and grow relationships, which is really important in life.
Fired up about the platform, the people, the purpose that we have, and just can't wait to get back home and get working.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Power of 3 in Anaheim. I'm telling you, don't ever miss a 3 event. We have life-changing products backed by the best leaders I've ever seen in this industry. I'm telling you, you want your life changed? You come to a life-changing event like the Power of 3. Don't miss the next one.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Wow, what a recap of the event that we had in Anaheim. I tell you, just watching that collage of what took place in Anaheim, that just gives me goosebumps. And also, it helped rekindle some of that passion and the dream that about building this platform called 3. And so I want to welcome everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you're tuning in. First, thank you for tuning in on our Empowerment Tuesday. And every single week on Tuesday, this is where we do some of the training, some of the motivational talks, and just some of the sharings about, on our path, on our journey of building our dreams. And so, and tonight's topic is about the pulse of your dream. Just like life, right? In life, there's the heart or the heartbeat, right? And how our heart pulses. Okay, so that means we're alive. And oftentimes this thing called life, all of us, lifing or living life, what most people can grasp onto is our, daily living or our job or our business. And this thing called the dream, it's kind of elusive. You can't see it because it's not there yet. And so what I want to talk about today is a topic called the pulse of your dream. What make people achieve things in life? What are some of the things that help? Why is it some people were drawn to success, if you were like drawn to success, or they have this insatiable, this passion, this appetite in pushing forward toward what they want to achieve in life. And so yesterday I took a long drive. I was on a 7.5 hour long drive, and I took a back road just to tour America, to see, and going through the back road, the open roads, and back by the mountain, and what brought it home for me is going through small towns and some of and oftentimes really open roads made me realize and look back some of the pioneers, how they started here in America. And, for that matter, anywhere in the world. And so, through my long drive, I seen farmers, I see construction workers, I seen small town. And I wonder, so many people in this life, it's like we're living life, we're going through this merry-go-around in life. So what does it take for us to break away from that paradigm, from that thing that we've been kind of like trapped to only can grasp, our daily living or whatever we're accustomed to, our family, putting food on the table or working a job or working a business. So, and what came to me as I was driving home is, there is something that's quite invisible, right? The heartbeat you can measure by, I don't know, the heartbeat monitor, the EKG or whatever, right? But how do you measure the heartbeat of your dream? What I call pulses, like the stronger your pulses for your dream, the more you'll be more inclined to working towards building your dream. And as we have watched the video just a couple of minutes ago, that video that we all shared 2 days together in Anaheim, I mean, being surrounded in that energy, being surrounded with that global community, we felt the pulses of our dream. We felt the pulses of us coming together. And so that's what we want to talk about. Oftentimes when we were in that environment, when we're all excited, we come back and then we got motivated. And as we get motivated and we work the business, just like life, as we work it, we encounter challenges, right? We encounter rejections, or we encounter whatever that might be. Just like every single day we live life, there are times it's sunny. There are times it's windy. There are times it's stormy. Okay. So how do we navigate through all those things that seemingly sometimes is beyond our control? How do we navigate that? And here's what I want to share with you. We navigate that through what we feed our mind. What we feed, what kind of thoughts we feed when something happened to us. And trust me, things happen to us every single day, and not all the time it's positive. And so when things come our way, what do we feed? Do we feed fear? Do we feed doubt? Or do we feed hope? Or do we feed love? Do we feed possibility? And so this invisible pulses of our dream. See, the dream, the goals, the things that we aspire to attain in life, that aspiration carry pulses, but it is invisible. And when it's invisible, it is so easy to have be forgotten, or it is so easy to have not attend to it. And so, and I think humanity had come to a point where we're living right now, we really got to be mindful of our thoughts. When things get tough, it's human tendency, okay? We've been conditioned to begin to channel our thoughts our attention to the negative aspect of it, rather than focusing on the positive. And so in coming back to this business, your dreams, your goals, how do you keep that pulse alive? Like the heartbeat, right? If it's a flatliner, it's not good. And sometimes when people pursue in a platform such as this, when they encounter challenges, their pulse, their beat become flat. Don't do that. That's why we have Empowerment Tuesday and stuff. And so here's what it is. Every single day, I want you to think about the things that you want to accomplish. I want you to think about, there is a way out. As I was driving to the dirt, open, wide road, I'm thinking, like, what make these people choose their surrounding? What make them choose to do a job? In the eyes of a passenger, said there's a better way, but they were in that environment. Maybe they didn't hear about 3. Okay, not yet, right? So how do we get away? So we, for all of us, know that there is a possibility. There is hope for us to get out. And so when it comes to this business, you got to feed yourself when doubts creep in, when maybe you didn't hit your goal that you set up to do, or maybe, you know, when let me put it this way. You know how when you first heard about 3, or you got inspired, you go, oh my God, this is a way out for me from whatever I'm doing. I see hope. I see this. And as you go on and going to pursue your dream, you talk to some of your friends, and maybe your friends, you know, some of them join you, some of them didn't join you, some of them run away from you, okay? Whatever that might be. Then that doubt started to creep in. So what do? It is you got to hold tight to feed that dream of yours. That when you first got started, what did you see? That passion that you had, that possibility of what's available for you and your family. You got to hold tight to it. You got to feed it. You have to feed it. To me, building a dream. I mean, I came to America when I was 14 years old. I didn't even speak a word of English. Okay. My parents had nothing, you know, and so for me to be blessed to where I am here today, I tell you, I work my butt off. I'm a hard worker. All I say is do not lie to me. Just give me a solid opportunity and I'm going to chase it. I'm going to work it. And so in my 30 years journey in this platform, I've always learned that you are only one recruit away or one person away from explosion in your business, of achieving your goals. And so that one person is key. I'm going to come back and talk about that one person. Okay. So, you know, like, let's just say that, you know, you had this incredible passion when you got started. Then things got tough. It's like the weather, right? It got windy, it got rainy, it got snowy, it got cold. But you know what? All those shall pass. The sun will rise again. And so what do you do every day to go feed your dream? Do you want it bad enough? What is it you want? If you do, we kindle that. Okay. So what I'm going to come back to is talking about sometimes, because a dream it's kind of elusive. Okay. So when a dream is elusive, people can't seem to grab a hold. They can't grab a hold on something like a job or a business. You know, you do a contract, or you make a sale, you get a commission. So that, or a job, you go to work, show up 9 to 5, you get paid. That's immediate gratification. But when it comes to building your dream, there is the unknown factor. There's a factor that's unknown. Who would guarantee you that you're going to be a multimillionaire? Who would have thought that 30 years ago, I was so broke that someday I'm going to be a multimillionaire? Who would have thought that? But I knew intuitively within me. See, this is something that I wanted to share. Wherever you are, it doesn't matter. As long as you have that intuitive knowing. Forget about belief. You got to have that intuitive knowing that you are special. We are special. You are meant to do something. And so but because it's so elusive, most people treat this not as a business. They treat it like a hobby. They do it when they feel like it. Well, you know what? When you treat it like a hobby, you will get paid as a hobby. But when you treat it like a multi-business, you're going to work it. So let's come back to what I said earlier. You are one person away from explosion. But here's that one person. Who is that one person you would like to attract? Do you want to attract someone like you? That's a tough question. You have to ask yourself that. What kind of work ethic are you putting forth into this? What kind of effort are you putting forth in this? What kind of mentality are you putting in this business? So do you want someone who's just like you? Okay. If not, then we can't change anybody. We can't change other people, but we could change ourselves. So I remember in my early days in this industry, you know, I in the beginning, I was like, you know, very prideful, you know, like most people. I got a college education, you know, when my friends said no to me and you know, laughed at me or whatever, I retreat back to my normal comfort zone. And so I remember I asked myself the question, if I were to attract someone like me in the business, is that going to help me to build my dream? And the answer is it wasn't. Because when things got tough, I began to hide in my cave. And so I began to not to do things and finding excuses and reasons why I wouldn't succeed. I was an accountant. I'm a bean counter. I don't know how to sell. I don't know how to promote. So I retreat back to my comfort zone. So it wasn't until I began to ask myself the question, if I found another person who is just like me, is that what I want to do? And the answer is no. So I cannot change what's out there. The only thing I could change was me. I'm going to change my outlook. I'm going to change at things what happened around me rather than what happened to me. This thing called living, it happens. Sometimes you the people that you brought in the business, you love them so much, you want them to succeed so much, you give them so much, too quick, too soon, no good. Okay. So I've learned it the hard way. And oftentimes, there are things in life when we work it, when we earned it, when we digest it, when we process the journey of what it takes to be successful, then you build you. It builds a character. It builds that person within you. Because when you build you, when things get tough, when the wind is blowing your way, when you're rooted to the ground, it won't knock you off. It might knock you down, but it won't knock you dead. And so that's what this journey is about. And that's why today I want to talk about that pulse. You want to feed your dream, and so rather than treating, what you're going to get out of this business is how you treat it. If you should say, what, I'm only going to be out here looking for a few people to make me rich. No, you're going to work it with them to get rich. I tell you, I asked myself this question, I said, look, 58 years old, why am I doing this? For me, why I'm doing this is I don't want to someday go home and then says, what, you got work to do. You didn't finish the work that you came out to do. And so this is a calling. I'm called out to do this. And I tell you, sometimes watching people, get excited and then they get retreated. They retreat back to that zone of theirs. Well, get out of that zone, come back out. And sometimes with these different kind of talk, different kind of sharing with the global community, you feel supported, that you are not alone. And so I want to say this is a 3, like watching that video, talking about some of the people talking about life changing. Indeed, it has been life changing. All these travel I have done so far at 3, and the people that I was blessed to meet and hearing their stories, how the product had changed their lives and how the platform is giving them a hope and how through this global community, they feel connected. And so today is really about what makes you tick. What makes you thrive about something? This has nothing to do with me, Daniel, or anything. Daniel and I are called to do this. I sometimes wonder, what? Daniel has a lot of money. I've been blessed. I do well. And so why am I working so hard? Why am I doing all this? Because, like I said, when I check out, I don't want to say, you didn't do your work. You didn't finish your job. So I'm here to finish my work. And I hope you are too. Whatever that might be. So rather than chasing a rank, I want you to chase your dream. Because when you chase a rank, when you didn't get to your rank, you might give up. But don't you ever give up on your dream, whatever that is. America still is land of opportunity. And here it is, no matter what's happening in the landscape, in the climate, in the economy. We have a platform here where people can work from home. People can build a business with most incredible consumable product. And so I would say this, that pulse, feed yourself with people, positive vibes, with people, surround yourself. Be mindful of the zone, of your friend zone, right? Wherever your friend zone is, whoever you hang around with, make sure that they are of the vibes that help you achieve what you want. Building a business, it's like life. It's like dating, right? In the beginning, you got excited. Like, let's say you go on dating or having a friendship, you got excited. Then, as life, we're all humans and we make mistakes and go, oh my God, and so, but it's okay. It's part of communication, part of things to work it out. But it doesn't matter what your surrounding is, what circumstances is. Sometimes circumstantial things we cannot control. But what you can control is what's how you respond to it, how you react to situations. And for me, I always, that's my life motto. I always want to come from a position of love. I always choose love, and I hope you do too. And that's what 3 is all about. So as far as generating the pulses for your dream, I hope you become mindful of the things that goes on towards building your dream. Surround yourself with the people. Now, when you are a little bit challenged in terms of feeling, plug into here. We have a global family, a global community that support one another. And you know what, guys? You are not alone. Whatever you're going through right now, we're going through this together. Besides, to me, sometimes besides the weather, besides all that, there's also an energetic aspect of it. Sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, energetically it's so stagnant, it's static. But you know what? How do we do that? If we feed into that, we succumb to that. No, I'm not going to feed into that. We together can pivot out of it. We choose to listen to positive songs, positive vibes, hang around with people, and hang around with the right community. And that's why on my way back here, that I decided to do this topic. I decided to do this talk. And I hope that you found this topic helpful to you. And so I would encourage you, and I would invite you to from today on, treat today it's like the first day you get involved. What is it you want to accomplish? Whatever that might be, what is it you want to accomplish? To some people, maybe, setting aside some college fund for your kids. Some of you maybe say, I want to make enough money so I can replace the work that I'm doing. I don't want to be, I'm at a certain age. I don't want to be doing the kind of work, the hard labor work, whatever that might be, the work that you're doing. Or some of you maybe just, I want to build a retirement for your family. Well, whatever that is, it is here available, but it does take work. But you are not alone. You have all of us right here. And, there's a group of people that's working very hard behind the scenes and putting together a training system. And that's coming. We have never stopped. We're always working on that. And keep in mind, there's only a 7-month-old company, right? So we've got to do all this stuff, and we're making incredible progress sales-wise. But here's the thing. We are on trajectory to build a $1 billion brand, but we want to take as many people with us as possible to achieve your dreams through this company called 3, through this platform called 3. And so what are some of the things that you can plug into to increase your pulses about your dream, right? Nobody could do it for you. Only you could do it yourself, right? So by plugging into the events that we have, like the event that you saw, the collage, the video from Anaheim event, we all got fired up when we look back. It seemed like that's a long time ago, right? But it's not. It's only like a month ago or something like that. So through events, now there are regional events going on. I think there's one coming up in Flushing and New Jersey, right? And so plugging to these events. Also, on our Monday Global Zoom calls, on our Tuesday Empowerment calls, and on our Wednesday Wellness calls. You also have your sponsor to work with, your upline leaders to work with, that will help support you, that will cheer you on. And this is the thing, you are in this platform, you are in business for yourself, but you are not in business by yourself. You have a whole team of people that care about your progress, that are here. All we can do is as reminders, say, what? It's okay. Don't go there. Go this way. This is the way that we walk out, we track out our path, and we do it together. And so I would encourage you to do this. The next 30 days, I would say work on sponsoring. There's no pressure. You do it at your own pace. I would say this, the next 30 days to 3 months. Set a goal to sponsor 20 people. And I would say this, there's magic in 20. 20 seem a whole lot. It's not. There's magic. And I want to close by saying this. Okay. I want to talk about 20 people. When you sponsor 20 people, when you share the opportunity with 20 people the right way, okay. So let's say I will put it this way. When you work on a goal of sponsoring 20 people within the next 3 months, usually I said 30 days. Okay. So I don't want you to get stressed, but when you work on sponsoring 20 people, you're bound to have one person working. that one person working, hopefully they have all the qualities that you have and then some. Okay. So work and sponsoring 20 people. I remember so vividly in my previous company, I would say this, I would say over 90% of my wealth came from the first 3 months of work. The first 3 months, I want to put this, I want to demystify this misnomer, okay? And that is, people say, wow, if I'm making the kind of money you are making, if I have your check, and all the people will sign up with me. That is a misnomer. It wasn't true. Why is that? I have worked with tens of thousands of people across the globe. I could tell you this, 90% of your wealth will come from the first 90 days of your work. The people that I have sponsored during the first 90 days of my business are what generated 90% of my wealth. So is your first 90 days important? Absolutely. Look, we all have distractions. We all have shiny objects, especially when things get tough. We have a tendency to go back to what we were comfortable with, be it a job, be it your conventional business, whatever that is. But you got to ask yourself the question, can you foresee yourself doing whatever you're doing right now that's making a living, putting food on the table? Can you foresee yourself doing that the next 5, 10 years? Is it going to get you ahead? Is it going to get you to where you need to be? If not, do not treat this like a hobby. Work harder on your dream than you would work on a job. Most people work so hard, give so much to the job. Nothing wrong with that. A job puts money on the table for food, but work harder on your dream. Because look, we only got, at least this lifetime right here, right now, we only got one life to live. And I want to make it the best. And I hope you do too. So today, define your business. Define your day-to-day as your first day. And the next 90 days, set a goal. Set a goal to enroll at least 20 people. Just talk to people. When they say no, don't take it personal. They're not saying no to you. There are so many contents. And by the way, like what I said earlier, there's a whole global community. We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. We also have other contents. That's on the YouTube channel. That's on the Spark Global channel. And we are putting together a system that will be more encompassing, that will help you to help, people that will plug into 1, 2, 3. So, there's a lot of stuff available to you guys. And I just want to hop in today on a Tuesday to want to share these thoughts with you, because I just thought that it's much needed, especially the last 2 weeks. What I've experienced myself as a human being, as an individual. And I want to share this with you because look, we all set a goal, set a path that we're doing this together. And, as you know, that right now, we have events going on. Samson right now. Samson is doing events in Canada. We have leaders who are traveling. We have some leaders in Hong Kong, Malaysia. They're all traveling. And so I want to send my gratitude to all the servant leaders. There's a group of leaders in this company. All they do is they are fired up. They're out there doing meeting. They're helping their team. And so ask yourself, are you the type of person that you want to attract in a business? Are you doing kind of work that you would want someone to do? And so, how many of you wouldn't mind attracting someone like a Samson, like an Amy Dunlap, like a Holly Damon, like an Adrienne, right? A Ruiz. So you want to find those people who not only say what they want to achieve, but actually is willing to back by action. And so when things get tough, you get tougher. When things get tough, you know what? Instead of getting tougher, maybe perhaps when things get tough, we need to reevaluate our own thinking. Is what we are doing, what our thinking, is that correct? If not, we'll just pivot. We're all humans. When we made a mistake, hey, you know what? No big deal. Pivot and change and grow from it. And so I hope this 30 minutes is helpful to you because it's certainly, I felt called to jump on a call and say hi to everybody and kind of to share with you my thoughts. To be a multi-millionaire, it takes work. The kind of work it takes is not really physical. I would say this, the toughest work I ever done in this career is not physical. The toughest work is to face my own shadow, to do my own shadow work. The toughest work is to call out my little, we all have it, some of the things that we're doing are wrong, or some of the things that we might not serve our purpose. Some of the belief levels, some of the belief structures or belief, whatever pattern, it doesn't serve where we're going. If they don't serve where we're going, we need to shed that. We need to let it go. And then we're going to erase that and we're going to install, the things we're going to uninstall, and then we're going to install things that's going to help us to be a better person. And that's going to help us to go achieve our dreams. And so I hope that you found this information helpful. I hope that you get inspired again and go out there. You know what? Just okay. Just go out there and talk to people. Let's just say that if I was out there recruiting, I tell you, you can drop me in a foreign city. You can drop me in a foreign place. If I want it bad enough, I will go out and talk to people. It's not like I'm going like a raid. I'm going to target someone and recruit them. No, I'm going to talk to them because all I have is something, a platform that can turn your dreams into reality. So all I do is I got to find out what is the person I'm talking to, what is it they want, and say, hey, listen, would you like to take a sip of tea? Would you like a cup of tea? If they say no, I do not take it personal. They're not saying no to me. They're saying no to the tea, which I don't know why anybody wouldn't do that. It's a delicious cup of tea. I just happen to have the teacup right here. So this is my prop. But anyways, so I do hope that tonight, you rekindle your dream and activate the pulse. Because when you increase the pulse, that will also, when you see, when your dream is spark up, that will help spark up your action. And so tomorrow night we'll have a wellness talk, and as well as we'll have all these regional events plug in. When you need a little lift, watch our videos. Go to the Spark Global channel and choose a topic that kind of feeds you. So remember, feed yourself positive stuff. Feed yourself so that you can elevate and increase your pulses. And so don't forget, guys, there is still a Radiance pack. Sometimes it's funny, like when there's a promotion, when it's like only a few days left, human beings are like, oh my God, it's going to be no more, and they chase. But when there's there for a few days, you got to chase like every promotion is the last day. Okay. So I'm going to recap a little bit. We have 3 promotional Radiance pack. The first one is the Radiance Power Up pack, right? That's 10,000 points. And then we have the second one, and that is the Radiance. Ooh, that's balloons. I don't know who did that. My God, thank you. Okay. Okay. So the second one is the Radiance Upgrade to Founder. In order for you to upgrade to Founder, you got to get the Radiance pack. If you activate your brand ambassador with Radiance Power Up, then you can buy the Radiance Upgrade to Founder, okay? And then there's a third one. It's called a Radiance Prepaid 3 months, okay? So if you buy the Radiance Prepaid 3 months, that will help settle your auto ship for 3 months. You get all the auto ship upfront. And so make sure you talk with your sponsor, the person that brought you in the business, and they can share that with you. Because I tell you, with this Radiance pack, besides I'm on my 4th day of collagen. And so besides on the Radiance look and health, you can also, there's also the token that there are in these packages. Make sure you learn how to use it, because if you know how to use it, for example, give an example. For all our existing brand ambassadors, the Radiance Prepaid 3 months, there's a 300 token in it. And so let's say, for example, if you sponsored me and I decided to go for the Radiance Prepaid 3 months, and you as my sponsor, you're going to get a $300 token. And so if you do, and I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to get my prepaid 3 months. I bought it. You say, hey, Kim, I got a company reward me with a $300 token. Let me give it to you. If you or someone you know that want to do a prepaid 3 months, the Radiance Prepay, literally they only paid $700, and then they're gonna get a prepaid 3 months, right? And if you know how to really get it moving, who knows? I mean, your whole team is on prepaid 3 months. And when it's prepaid 3 months, those prepaids, not only are you helping the consumers or your people saving money on shipping, at the same time on the prepaid Radiance pack, you get all the product up front. And there's a $500 CV total, okay, which you get 320 CV immediately. And then there's 180 that would trigger 60, 60, 60 for 3 months. So anyway, I'm sure that Amy that last time did a phenomenal job talking about these 3 packages. So, with the tools, the global community, with the regional events, with these promotions, get fired up. And I look forward to seeing you at the top. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you soon next Tuesday. Have a great week.